Hello everybody, I'm LP Master 6 and we are going to have a nice, relaxing morning together playing Kirby's Dream Land for the Game Boy. And we are playing it on the Game Boy Player, obviously. That's right, the very Kirby's Dream Land, Kirby of the Stars in Japan, released in April of 1992 in Japan, October everywhere else, by HAL Laboratory and Nintendo. But I don't know what Nintendo really had to do with it. Maybe they just published it? I don't know, because HAL was never owned by Nintendo, still isn't at all, I don't think. I'm not sure how that works out exactly, and I'm not sure why Kirby is red. Everybody knows Kirby is pink, but in the original black and white Game Boy, and on like the cover art in America, he was white, because they were unsure what they wanted to do with him. But anyway, I'll get right into the story of Kirby's Dream Land, the great, famous Kirby's Dream Land. Okay, so this big bad guy called King Dedede, he's greedy and he takes his Waddle Dees and Waddle Doos and other members of his Dedede army or whatever they're called, and he heads on down to Dreamland and steals everybody's food. These are called pep brews. They refill 2 units of health, but we have not taken a hit yet because this is a very easy game. But let me finish the story first. So, he steals everybody's food, so they're all like starving to death, and they don't know what to do, and they're freaking out, and they're all gonna starve to death. And then this one young man, one young Dreamlander steps up, and he says, "I'll get our food back!" And that's Kirby. Kirby goes to get the food back. That's what he's doing right now. This is a Poppy Bros Senior, our first little mini-boss. There's usually 1 mini-boss per stage, and there's only 5 stages in this entire game. So it is a very short game. It was intended to be really easy and really accessible. What I just swallowed there is a Bronto Burt. There are way too many enemies. This is the most famous enemy, the Waddle Dee. Okay, yeah, this thing's a Bronto Burt. Oh no, we took a hit! This is a Poppy Bros Jr. I don't know what the birds are called. I don't know what the mushroom guys are called. This is one of those games where there's no like exposition in the game, so you really have to like work the story and all the gameplay elements together when you're explaining it, even though everybody knows everything about Kirby. Okay, so Kirby can do this. He can float infinitely. That's one of the things that makes this game insanely easy to a lot of people. I mean, it gets more difficult, so it's not like way too easy. I've actually run out of continues in this game before, in the regular mode too, so I mean, you can make fun of me all you want for that. I'm LP Master 6. And Kirby's other big thing is he can inhale, and he destroys his enemies and turns them into stars. Get it? Kirby of the Stars? That thing we rode on that was a star earlier, that was called a warp star. This game has a lot of stars in it. See these blocks? They got stars on them. Oh, well, what's the point of this? What is this secret? Oh. Okay, it's nothing. I have never noticed that before. Ooh. Okay, put the bird enemy names on screen. Put the mushroom enemy names on screen immediately afterwards. Oh, the music changed. Oh, wait. Here's something cool you can do. You can land on top of the boss. It doesn't do anything, but you can do it. This is Wispy Woods, our first boss. The first level is almost over. Okay, what you do to Wispy Woods is this. Yeah, this is way too easy. Wispy Woods is probably the most easy boss of all time. In anything. Well, except for, you know, the last game we played, which was Mario is Missing. You can't get hurt by those bosses. This is the easiest boss you can get hurt by. Okay, oh, we have to get back the Shining Stars, I think they're called. And for whatever reason, they make Kirby multiply and dance, and then the other Kirbys go away. Welcome to Castle Lololo. But the thing that makes this game so great to a lot of people is not only that it's portable and accessible. Put the broom guys' names on screen. Oh, they are important characters. Ooh, I can also explain this. This is the mic. If you release it, it kills all the enemies on screen. It is a screen nuke. These enemies are not important enough to be put on screen, so I'm not doing it. The important thing about this game, aside from the accessibility, is easily the aesthetic. The music in this game is some of the best 8-bit music to ever exist, hands down. And, oh, it's beautiful. the guy pretty much only composes Kirby music, but he did a phenomenal job. This is, I think, Lololo, because, you know, it's his castle. Not positive on that, though. It might not be Lololo himself. Put it on the screen if it's not Lololo. It might be La La La, which is Lololo's girlfriend. I always thought you had to go into one of those doors at the end, but it just kind of teleports you out. This is an optional room. We are being surrounded by baddies. This commentary is going nowhere. I see, this is like a classic LP Master 6 time. I used to do so many practice takes of games like this. Oh, so we have the super spicy curry now. And it lets us breathe fire because it's too hot and Kirby cannot handle it. Oh my god. Okay, but it doesn't seem to be that helpful, honestly, because you just take a lot of hits. I don't know what to say. It's been so long since I've done such a short, simple game like this. But, you know, I'm having a good time. Oh, this is a game, like, I never really got into Kirby, but everybody knew who Kirby was because of Smash Brothers, and because of this game. Everybody I knew who could play Game Boy games owned this game, including myself. I don't know where I got it, I don't know why I got it, but I have it. Had it. Okay, I've been waiting to tell this story. This is a story that's big in my heart. So, Kirby's Dream Land, a game I was really getting into when I was a kid. This was still when I had my race car bed, so it was before, or not race car bed, my little office room. Because, you know, I slept in a room that was pretty much only my bed for most of my childhood. And I remember sitting on my bed with my neighbor and good friend, and she was like, "Ooh, yeah, you want to trade games?" And I'd always been terrified that somebody would ask me to trade games with them. It was an idea that terrified me to the core. Games, trading cards, I didn't like trading things. I liked getting things. I did not like giving away things. And she kept pressuring me to trade. Ooh, welcome to Stage 3, Float Islands. Oh, I love that little cutscene. See, this game's important for its charm. It's so relaxing. The game's not stressful in the slightest at the moment. And, oh, beautiful. And it even has a water level, even though there's not really any swimming. And it's beautiful. Oh. This is also the best looking Game Boy game we've seen so far, hands down. Super Mario Land looked like pretty much garbage. Alleyway looked, you know, just kind of average, but still very primitive. I didn't mean to nuke the screen when there was one enemy on it. I don't know what these things are called, but if you walk under them, they drop and explode. Put the little snail guys on screen here. Oh, and those guys, the little Moai guys. What do you call those? How do you pronounce that? Moai. That's how you pronounce it in Japanese. Because, you know, they have one sound per syllable, so very easy. And we didn't even need that. Okay, so the trading story. So she was like, yeah, I really want your Kirby's Dream Land. I lost mine. I'll give you Toy Story 2 and Powerpuff Girls Paint the Townsville Green for the Game Boy Color. And I was like, I really don't want those at all. I like Kirby's Dream Land. And I eventually gave in. I don't know why, but I did it. And I regret it to this day. So I had to spend $12 on another copy on eBay. But at least it was only $12. But that was $12 I shouldn't have had to spend. So you know what? Fuck you, Sydney Inman. I can't believe you did this to me. I haven't talked to her probably since then in an actual conversation. You know, it's like one of those, like, oh, you see each other, you say hi to each other, but no. I had other neighbors like that we don't even say hi to each other anymore when we pass by. Aside from freaking Logan Rom, the guy who's in my very first YouTube videos with me in almost every video, and then he cut me out of his life because I annoyed him, and so he just avoided my calls and my knocking on his door. You know what? So I don't say hi to him. I saw him a couple years ago on campus. I didn't know we went to the same college, and I saw him, and boy, he was fat. But he's married now, and good for him, I guess. So we all patch up our problems in the end. So I don't have anything else to talk about in the game. This is a blasty. Aren't they nice? Aren't they wonderful? Aren't they kawaii? Did you know? Oh god! Did you know kawaii has a a very similar sounding word, kawaii, which means scary. And this guy in my Japanese class accidentally called a girl kawaii and she got upset. And I thought that was a very funny story that I listened to because I overhear everything because I don't participate in conversations. This is a mint leaf. In Japan, it is called a sweet potato, which makes a lot more sense. But no, we get the mint leaf. And it makes us float. Oh, this boss. Put this boss's name on screen. Oh, I didn't talk about the boss for level 2, but it was Lololo and his girlfriend La. And I guess these guys all work for King Dedede for whatever reason. I don't know if he's the king of Dreamland. I know he's a self-proclaimed king, and then the Waddle Dees and a few other creatures follow him. But I don't know why all of these people are following him. Is he that great? He just stole everybody's food. I mean, I guess he stole it for his followers? I don't know. I don't know how that works. Welcome to Bubbly Clouds. That looks weird. Oh, it's so weird seeing Kirby not pink. And it's more yellow in the background, too. I like the GBA's version better. But this one looks more retro and evening-y, I guess. So it has its own nice aesthetic appeal. Alright, every time I see a Bronto bird, oh no, this is a Scarfy. Now what happens if you, oh god, what happens if you suck up a Scarfy? They get pissed. Do not try to suck on a Scarfy. You can kill them easily, but do not try to suck one up. I don't know what these things are called. Put these on screen. They're not important. I don't remember seeing them in anything else. This enemy, yes, enemy that's carrying other enemies is the Parasol. I guess they do deal damage. Can you kill it? Ooh, you can't kill it with a burst of air. You can swim over this guy, no prob. No prob. Oh my god. I'm gonna be upset if I die. This is Sir Kibble, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. But, oh, and I didn't talk about Waddle Doos. That's a Waddle Doo. It's a Waddle Dee that just shoots beams out. Pretty nice. Pretty nice guys. Just trying to protect their... I don't know, I'm reading too deep into this game, and I like doing that with Mario games, but at a certain point, with a series I don't know all that well, it stops being as fun. So what was I talking about in my own personal life? Oh my god, I died. Whew. I participated in class yesterday, and I'm still a little shaken by it. I think I had a dream about it. The reason I'm playing this now is I've had a few opportunities, but I wanted to wait until nobody was home, really. Or at least, you know, one of the roommates wasn't home. Because they like to make noise. And... oh, sorry, I had to focus. That was a really intense moment. So, I wanted to wait until, like, Galen was at work, and my fiancé was nice, relaxing in our room or asleep or something. And, you know, I had a dream last night. I was editing the Kirby's Dreamland videos, except Galen was in the videos, even though he expressed no interest in real life in doing Kirby. So, I don't know. I don't know if he'd fit the Kirby, schema very well, because he is not very relaxing. He is very... he's a whoa guy. Kirby is not whoa. Kirby is like, oh. You know what I mean? But, and he said, how many times have you actually, in the video I was editing in the dream, oh yeah, and if you notice, there are water physics. And they're very, like, rarely used, so it's really weird. I don't know why they did that. But it's a nice little detail. It's kind of useless. Oh, this is a Gordo. If you touch them, they take away 2 things of health instead of 1. They are very scary enemies, and there is no way to defeat them. I just realized something. Oh, that's not important. This is Kracko, and oh boy, I forgot how to fight Kracko. Because, in my practices, I normally stop in the middle of float islands for reasons I will explain to you at the end of the game. But I did practice, you know, once a day. Just, and not that this is a difficult game or I expect to get any sort of game over, but, you know, maybe with my talking distracting me, I will. Okay. I keep saying things like that. Oh! Trying not to be too loud. Because it's Kirby's Dreamland. It's relaxing. And since I had a a dream. You know, I was in the dreamland, dreaming about recording Kirby's Dreamland. I thought, you know, I gotta record this morning. No matter who's here, I just developed the system. I will absolutely pause if somebody enters the room and is loud. So, it's okay, I've got a system. I don't have to have my own room to be content with my activities. I'm perfectly fine. This is the warp star I was talking about. This takes Kirby flying wherever to a specified destination, such as space. How does Kirby breathe up here? Oh, mint leaf. Let's go. Okay, so the mint leaf we got for the boss of stage 3 was, not invincible. Not on a time limit. I don't know what word. What's the word for not on a time limit? Late? No, something that, like, doesn't run out of time but normally would. She does not know. Anyway, the regular ones are. I don't know why a sweet potato makes Kirby able to fly. Is it gas? Does it give him gas or something? I don't understand. And they really wanted to show off the super spicy curry, and I always, for the first several times I played the game, I thought the stars were going to hurt me. You know, there's just legitimately no challenge here. I'm not complaining, because it's entertaining. It is a change of pace. Let me get off my computer. Ooh, Sir Kibble, please leave me alone. Oh, I love this part of the game. I love vertical sections. They really spice things up. And they really, like this, the space part. Oh, here it is. It's Kracko again. Oh, that's right. He grew a spiky cloud. Oh, no. Kracko has a relatively easy pattern as long as I can focus on it. Did I finish talking about what I was talking about? I don't remember. I was thinking about how I participated in class. Oh, no, yeah. And then my other dream was I was editing Kirby's Dreamland, and then Galen said in the video, how many times have you edited a video? Put that on the screen. I don't believe you've edited a video more than 3 times. And I didn't know what he meant by that, but so I was gonna look at every, like, how many videos I had on YouTube and put that number on the screen to show him. And then I woke up. I don't remember the point. I guess I was just thinking about how I wanted to play Kirby's Dreamland for you folks. Oh, we're in the final level. Mount Dedede. We're here. We did it. Oh my god. Only 18 minutes. I knew I would get this all in one part. I'm so excited. The game takes like 30 minutes tops. We are 19 minutes in, but 18 because I spent 1 minute of it sinking. Ooh, this looks ugly. This looks a lot better on the GBA. Okay. But at least it looks better than no color. I don't know. Kirby's Dreamland is supposedly one of the games that looks pretty good. In the like green and black thing. Oh yeah, this is so. Mount Dedede takes you through miniature versions of all the stages you've been through so far. And once you get to the end, you touch the Kirby, and then you can leave and go fight the boss again. See, since it's such a short game, you'd normally find that annoying, right? That you have to fight the bosses again, but the bosses are just really fun. I have no complaints with any of these bosses. I mean, they might be too easy, but they're supposed to be. I don't know. Kracko can be a little bit of a challenge, I guess, to somebody who's not very good at platformers, right? Okay, and I'm gonna do them in sequential order. Oh man, I was gonna point out the music for everything, but I didn't. Oh my god. Just listen to any of the songs in the game. Like, any single one. There's not a song in this game that is not just like, oh my god. Except for maybe like the credits, I think, actually aren't all that wowing out of all the songs. And it's not bad or anything, it's just like the least overwhelming. No, the most underwhelming, not the least overwhelming. Which I guess technically would be the same thing, but, you know, connotation. Well, don't I sound intelligent? What are they pushing around? They're not even trying to fight you, and you're just trying to kill them. Oh, I think that's supposed to be the Dreamlanders' food that they're pushing around. So Kirby just gets mad. He can't control his anger, and he kills them. I'm sure they show back up at some point in the series. Because this spawns sequels very quickly. I'm not going to get into that yet, but... So this is led by a guy named Masahiro Sakurai. Very important these days in the video game world, but he is the one who came up with Kirby years before this game came out. And so he finally got to work on it when he got a job at HAL, and here... Oops! Oh yeah, and it kicks you all the way back out. Even though I was right at the end! It's okay, we got 3 lives, and I think 0 still counts. I'm not gonna bother with that guy. Ooh. I'm kinda sad that this is almost already over. I don't want it to be over. But such is the way of life. I can't wait to announce my next Let's Play, because we're really getting into a good, interesting era of games. Oh. The SNES era is one of my top 3 favorite eras. Easily SNES, GameCube, and Switch. Those are my favorite consoles and my favorite video game eras, because that also includes, you know, like the Game Boy, the Game Boy Advance, like those games. Not that they're my favorite systems, but, you know, they go along with that era. Here we go. The music is kind of messing up, so I hope the music doesn't mess up in the actual video, but it was kind of freaking out when I first pulled up the Elgato Game Capture HD. Is that spikes? Ooh. Okay, you can tell those are spikes more clearly in every other version of the game. Every other, not version, palette. Ooh, sorry about that, folks. My fiance had to... Oh, I love it. It cathartically destroys everything on the screen. Had to leave for a meeting for women in communications. Sounds like a really enticing group. She's way more active, like, so far than I have ever been in a college setting. And, you know, I'm so proud. I don't know what I was talking about before. She just took up 9 minutes making her smoothie, so I had to cut and pause. But, I'm talking about delicious, nutritious, how I love my fiance now. So, you know, I made it sound like in Yoshi, when she was the Yoshi multiplayer guest, that she was a last resort, and I couldn't find anybody else to do it, which is what I said, and, you know, it's only because I know she's not really all that interested, and she just does it to be nice to me, and I really appreciate her, and she is sweet and the best. And, you know, she has fun, she doesn't complain like everybody else does, no matter what kind of game I'm doing. This is King Dedede. I will let you listen to the music while I focus. Oh, shit. Cool. He has the sucking ability. Is he also a Dreamlander? Very mysterious. I died? Oh well, I don't up the music anyway for whenever a good song pops up, so who cares? I like how the transition to GameCube controller feels seamless no matter what Game Boy game I'm doing. Is that the mark of a good controller or a good game? Or both? But basically, King Dedede is the hardest boss in the game, obviously. And he's not that hard if you don't know what you're doing to get a game over. So, just sit back, enjoy the music, and watch a pro at work. 'Cause that's what I am. I'm a pro. Pro. That would be a Japanese person's spelling of the English form of the word pro. You wanna know what apple is in Japanese? Ringo. I thought that was funny. Cause, okay, so Ringo's a member of the Beatles, right? You know, I've been talking about the Beatles lately, cause once I get into a band, I really get into a band. So Ringo, the member of the Beatles, Apple, ha ha ha, they founded, the Beatles founded the record company Apple Corps. Hilarious. The Japanese probably think that is just absolutely hilarious. They're probably bawling their eyes out still to this day from the 60s. Oh, but that's enough about the Beatles. Who cares? I care. I'm a music buff, and by that I mean I'm into like 5 bands. Just kidding, that's an exaggeration. I know a lot about bands I don't even like anymore. I really like trivia. I've always done that. It used to be with just TV shows I would do that. I would get really into them, like Friends, Happy Days, and I'd research every single thing I could, every trivia tidbit. King of Queens. So many shows. Yes! Oh, beautiful. And we have all the shining stars, which for some reason... Oh, wait, no, the shining stars produce the food, I think. With wishes, or something like that. And Dedede stole all the shining stars. And distributed it to his minions, I guess. I don't understand this. Okay, what? Fish? Carrot? One thing... Is that Kirby? I don't understand. Is Kirby the thing carrying the castle? Or did Dedede just happen to have like a Kirby parachute for his entire castle? Because it clearly looks like Kirby. Sunday rain, my favorite programmer. That's what we're getting right now. Some nice Thursday rain. Nice calm sounds in the background. It's only 11:34 a.m. November 7th, 2019. Oh yeah, and they're still using slight pseudonyms for their special things. Bubby. Special things. Cypher. These are clearly not people's names. Maybe that guy, yeah. Bo Nakijama. Makoto Kanai. And so many players. And Kirby's redistributing the food across Dreamland, and it's a nice story come to a close. So simple. Like, great game design. Like, everything, like, presentation-wise about this game is fantastic. Yeah, that was Kirby. Jesus Christ. Did his wish turn him into... Oh yeah, these are other Dreamlanders! So nice. Bye-bye. Okay, I said that song was underwhelming, but it's not really. It's a good song. It's just underwhelming compared to the others. And what's this?
Kirby's a bitch.
Sakurai and the rest of the team knew that this game might turn off a bunch of, you know, more hardcore players, so they added in this mode, extra game, extra mode, which I will demonstrate slightly right now. Oh no. What is select? This is going to be a doozy.
I'd go with Water X personally.
Yeah, probably. I have to reset the machine anyway. Oh my god, I just realized Kirby dots the I, which is kind of dumb, actually, because, you know, it's all capital letters except for the I if you include the dot, but it's not... I don't know, maybe that's not dumb. Maybe that's genius.
What are you doing?
I'm waiting for you to go outside.
Oh.
Because I do not want to have the door noise. Last time, when Mario was missing with everybody walking around, it was horrible. Oh, thanks, dude. Okay, the noise has ended. Alright, so I'm going to try up, A, and Y. Oh, it works. X probably also works, but it shows up extra game. So we are going to briefly demonstrate this. This is the version I was playing every morning. They changed a very large amount of things. The Waddle Dees, for instance, now jump and try to attack. The little bird guys have been replaced by stronger birds that home in on you. And the Bronto Birds do the same thing, except they're replaced by other guys. The Mushroom guys have been replaced by these weird puff guys. And every enemy almost does like 2 hits of damage. And Gordos do 3. Oh my, how did I do that? Okay, Okay, I haven't practiced it in a few days because once I got to stage 3's boss, you know, the big blimp guy, still don't know the name. I would say put it on screen every time I say it. That would just get annoying. It wouldn't be that funny. I'm kind of playing like garbage here. Yeah, it would crash. I don't know if it's the cartridge or the Game Boy, because my Game Boy kind of sucks at doing older cartridges. I don't think it's the cartridges themselves either, which is really weird. But yeah, that was it. All the bosses are different. Wispy Woods has like I guess I can show what he does. Poppy Bro Senior. Yeah, he does that now. That's kind of neat. I'm gonna go reset the game because if you beat extra game, you get a message on screen showing you a third mode. I hit that reset button. But the other thing I was going to show, or talk about, was, like, for instance, Wispy Woods now drops apples and Gordos, so you have to dodge the Gordos. The first Lolo will toss a box and then a Gordo, so you really have to strategize in that boss, where he was, like, the easiest thing ever before then. So, you know, kind of neat. So that was up, select, and A. What if you hit down, select, and B? Whoa, configuration mode. You get to choose how much health you have, a maximum of 6 and a minimum of 1. And you can give yourself up to 9 lives and give yourself as few as 1. But most importantly, here we go. This is the first game we've seen aside from SNES Mario is Missing, which technically came out after this game. Not technically. There is no technically about it. I mean, that's still accurate. Why are Kirby's eyes flashing red? That's horrifying. It's a sound test, and the music's all jumbled up, but it's still a sound test. See, this is when video game music, they start to recognize that it's good on its own. I mean, I guess Mario's Missing did that, sure. I don't know why, because the music wasn't that great on its own. But this, just, ooh. And only 18 tracks. As this plays, I will play some sounds and give you a sound collage because I can't hear them that well. So I'm just going to mash the button and give you a nice little sound collage. And my next Let's Play, everybody, for you LP Master 6 lovers, it is Mario Paint for the SNES. Goodbye!